What up, guys? That Comic Awesome here, doing another review, doing Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 301. And this is the first of a new arc, so ever since Legacy's been going on, so for probably about 4 or 5 months. Most Wanted was the main story arc for Spectacular Spider-Man, which ended with issue 300 with the revelation that the Tinkerer pretty much summoned this alien race, this alien AI race to Earth in order to pretty much destroy humanity. As a last-ditch effort, Peter, his sister Teresa, and J. Jonah Jameson get in a time platform built by Doctor Doom to try and salvage the future. But what perplexed me about that whole plot, which I just summed up, is Doctor Doom makes it very apparent that in order to keep with continuity and to prevent time rifts, they cannot affect their future. So it makes it very interesting. It makes me really question, where are we going with this? And it's not a bad where, like, it's not like a bad, like, where are we, like, where is this go? It has me intrigued, and I sit here and think, I'm like, where's the end game? Like, I'm interested to see exactly how this plays out. Why are we so interested in them going back in time? If that means they can't fix the future at all. They could only hope to, because, like, I guess the way they explained it is, when you go back in time, it almost makes like a little secondary dimension where this timeline is now separate from this timeline. Again, I'd be interested to see how exactly this plays out. But what you get, again, to start off, is a really crappy catch-up page. It feels like it's written by some tween girls. Like a tween girl probably wrote this. A tween girl named Nick Lowe probably wrote this. It's bad. Like, I hate this. I love time travel stories. Do you like alien invasion stories too? Heck yeah, I do. Stop being cute. Give me a summary, and that's all I want. Give me a catch-up of the last issue, some important highlights from maybe some further back issues that will keep me up to date on what is going on in this story. Don't get cutesy with this, like, dialogue. You know, it's not cute. It's annoying. So then we kind of get into it, and we get past Spider-Man, young Spider-Man. He's kind of swimming back, and he's talking to himself, which is funny because that's a classic Spider-Man thing to do. And he's talking about how Aunt May needs to really consider moving to Midtown because the commute for him doing late night crime fighting is ridiculous. So he's sneaking his window. He's like, my spider sense isn't going off, so I'm in the clear. But then, Peter and JJ and Teresa are in the room. So he thinks it's Mysterio. Peter convinced him that he's the real deal. This kind of goes into my next topic. Peter's face, and I'll say adult Peter, like, he's so smirky and like that's how I'd imagine, like, Harry Osborn's face to look. And that looks like just a schlub Andrew Garfield. So, he's talking about, like, how JJ even knows he's Spider-Man, and, this and that. But then he takes off his mask, and he kind of has the Tom Holland haircut, kind of cementing that he's younger. And I even like how they gave him a distinct outfit. So you notice his spider is like that, and regular Spider-Man's, present day. So you get the classic like Ditka era-esque, costume. But I like this. So he takes his mask off, and like JJ is bewildered almost. He's like, I forgot how young you were. You would have been when you started this, and how I acted towards you. He's like, I tried to get you arrested, tried to get you killed. He's like, you were just a kid. That, of course, sends past Peter into a little bit of a franticness. Meanwhile, present day Peter's like, look, we got a plan. There's some aliens coming. We're going to figure it out. But we're staying at the Watson house next door because they're out of town I remembered they were out of town for a month, and our bank cards, our debit cards don't work. And I don't know if this was just like a miss on the inker, and they just like kind of let it go. But like I saw that, and it was like, it reminded me of like a little Rorschach-ish. So the next day, we'll call past Peter PP and OGP. Yeah, PP and OGP go kind of buddy copying around to supervillains that they know are going to be popping up. So they knew Dr. Octopus was going to be trying to break out of jail. So they come and stop him. They have some little quips. Peter, OGP, makes some comments about like how he loves how slow Doc Ock is at this point in his life, because obviously he doesn't have... he didn't, take Peter's body and stuff like that. But it's just kind of funny how it plays with the past, some. Then we get this scene, and this was probably one of my favorite scenes. So JJ and Teresa are kind of go about their own ways to dig up some leads on where the Tinkerer is currently. She's going to use some old CIA tactics, and he's going to use kind of some leads from the Bugle, tip desk almost. So he's supposed to be there because he's JJ. But he kind of walks in the office and he's like, look, I'm you, this and that. And what I think is funny is they look the exact same. And at first, I thought it was a mistake. I was like, they took time to make Peter look younger, even if it was just like some hair, but I was like, sure, come on, JJ looks almost the exact same. But then, like, later on as he's leaving, he's like, man, we sure did age good. He's like, no one will even know that you're not me or whatever. But then, oh man, then this happens, and it makes me wonder, where are you going, Chip? Like, where, like, and it's not a bad, I just, you gave me a little taste, and now I need to see this ride through, like, I have to. But so JJ, as he's leaving, he's like, Spider-Man is your freelance photographer, Peter. He's just a kid who's lost his uncle, trying to figure things out. Go easier on him, trust me. And old JJ's like, what? So again, I'm like, I wonder, like, what is this? What are these repercussions that are, like, if they can't affect their future, what are the repercussions that are going to be coming of what has just happened and been unpacked in this video? And there's another pretty funny thing where, like, they fight the Green Goblin, and again, they easily take him out because it's two of them. And he unmasks him, and he's like, it's a famed billionaire, Norman Osborn. And PP says, who's that? He's like, oh yeah, I forgot, you haven't met Harry yet. Let's get out of here. And then just, like, leave. It's like, because he didn't know, because he's still in high school, he doesn't meet Harry until college, so then he doesn't know Norman until then. So it's kind of like, who is this guy? He's just the Green Goblin. And then they go off to try and, fight some more crime. It's well written. The art was hit or miss for me. I'm not going to say this is the best, book ever, but again, I find it intriguing. It's I usually don't like time travel stories because time travel stories either negate themselves in the long run, or have some sort of misuse of consequences. And so I'm interested to see. There are a lot of consequences. Like, you know, the old saying, it's like, if you go back in time, you step on like a flower, you know, then humanity may never exist. Like, they just went back in time and stepped on a bunch of flowers. Like, you know, the butterfly effect is like rippling out, and now I want to see where the damage is. But yeah, that's what I think of this. Not too bad. Good start to a story arc. Definitely pick it up. I would definitely recommend it. But yeah, subscribe over here. Watch some more videos. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you next time.